What's going on, y'all? This is your boy Kel coming to you with another video, and I'm previewing the Eastern Conference semifinal matchups between the Milwaukee Bucks and the Miami Heat, and also the Boston Celtics versus the Toronto Raptors. Hey, first of all, it's crazy how the top of the East. It's crazy how good the top of the East is and how bad the bottom of the East is. But when you look at a couple of those teams, you look at a Philly and you look at Brooklyn. Of course, their teams are not complete, and they should be big time players next year. Well, I guess depending on what Philly does, and also Brooklyn, you got Durant and Irving coming back, and then whoever they decide to keep. I heard they're trying to go after Irving now. Excuse me, trying to go after. I'm sorry, Greg Popovich now. So we'll see what happens with that. But obviously, the top four seeds, the guys that the teams that you expected to be in this position. I mean, really, all four teams have a really you could make a case for all four teams representing the East in the NBA Finals and or being the champion. But first, I want to start with the Bucks and Heat series. Two of the better defensive teams in the league. One superstar on each team, Giannis Antetokounmpo for the Bucks, Jimmy Butler for the Heat. You have a host of role players on both sides. You got Middleton and Bledsoe and Hill and Lopez for the Bucks, and then you have Adebayo, Kendrick Nunn, Tyler Hero, Goran Dragic for the Heat. When I look at as far as the players, as far as the starting lineup go, you look. Milwaukee has the advantage. They just have more. Obviously, because of Middleton. Middleton was a huge reason why, because he's probably the third best offensive player in the series. When you take Giannis and then you take Jimmy Butler from the Heat, and then it's Middleton. I've had the thought that if Milwaukee is going to win the title, Middleton's going to have to be a big time player. I'm talking about 20 to 25 points a game, to help with Giannis 25 to 30 points a game. He's going to have to be that guy because he failed last year in the Eastern Conference Finals against Toronto. He just didn't play up to his caliber, and of course they got bounced, because they started to pack the paint against Giannis, and Giannis couldn't really do a lot, but his 3-point shots falling, so that could open up some things. As far as the Heat, they're gonna have to get it from a lot of different places. They're gonna have to get it from they're gonna have to get some production from Dragic. They're gonna have to get some production from Adebayo. They're gonna have to get some production from Hero to help Jimmy Butler out. As far as offensively, both teams will play their butts off defensively, but it's the role players that step up more offensively that's going to decide this series, and I think it sides with the Bucks. Now, obviously, them being down in the bubble, there's no home court advantage, so it's really the better team that's going to win, especially in these circumstances. And like I said, I feel that that's the Bucks. They didn't really play well in the seeding games. I guess they were kind of coasting, and then losing game one to the Magic like they did. Magic put up a heck of a fight in that series, even though they got swept. But Magic put up a heck of a fight. I think the Heat will look at some of those game tapes and they'll try to exploit some weaknesses that they see out of the Bucks, obviously. But with Jimmy Butler and Adebayo and Hero, I think the Heat are good enough to get maybe 2 games in a series. I do think it's going at least 6. And like I said, with Butler's leadership, with Bam Adebayo's energy, Tyler Hero's energy, and then the veteran championship coaching of Eric Spoelstra, I believe the Heat can get at least to Game 6. I just think the Bucks have more offensively, and then you know, they can bring guys off the bench like, you know, Pat Connaughton and guys like that. You know, of course, they have a strong starting lineup with Hill and Bledsoe and the Lopez brothers, Brook Lopez in the starting lineup, and then Robin Lopez off the bench. I just think the Bucks have just a little bit too much in a 7-game series, so I picked the Bucks to win in 6. Looking at the 2 versus 3 matchup, the Toronto Raptors versus the Boston Celtics. I believe the advantage goes to the Celtics. The Celtics just have a lot more offensively. Toronto's a great defensive team. They're a great defensive team, and they're going to make it really hard on the guys like Tatum and Brown and Kemba Walker, and I do believe they will miss that 4th guy in Hayward in this series. Even though he went down with that injury in the last series against Philly, and I do believe they'll miss him dearly. And I shouldn't say dearly. They're not gonna miss him dearly, but they're gonna miss him. They're gonna miss him. They're gonna miss that 4th scoring option. As far as the Raptors go, I just don't think they have enough offensively. I mean, the Raptors really don't have that one guy that you can go. I mean, I guess you could say Kyle Lowry, but Lowry's coming off that sprained ankle. You really don't know how he's going to play, so they just don't have that one guy, that one superstar guy that's going to carry a team, you know, like a superstar does. But, you know, Lowry will probably have to be in that role. Of course, you remember Fred VanVleet had a big game, and had a big game in one of the wins against who was it, Brooklyn. He had a 30-point game. Siakam, we'll see. We're going to really see the upward trajectory of Pascal Siakam in this game. Is he really on the verge of being a top-notch superstar in this league? This series will prove it for sure. I believe. You know, looking at the guard matchup, you have for Toronto, you got Lowry, VanVleet. I don't know if Anunoby will count as a guard. I believe he does, but I'm pretty sure he'll have split some time between the 2 and the 3. You have Norman Powell as well. But then for Boston, you got Tatum, you got Walker, you know, big-time players. Who else? You got Marcus Smart, good defensive player. If he can get hot from 3, he sometimes he can create his own offense at times. You know, as offensively, they're a lot more gifted. You know, the guards, they're just a lot more offensively gifted. Maybe you could throw tech for Brown in there, maybe the guards and small forwards. I'd say you throw everybody in there. The guards and small forwards. You know, Boston definitely has the advantage offensively. As far as the big man, maybe the power forwards to the centers. When you really look at it, you kind of have to give Toronto the advantage there because you have Serge Ibaka, you have Marc Gasol, and they're better than what the Celtics are bringing. I mean, of course, you have Cantor, but, you know, he's not better than either one of them. So, as far as the big man is concerned, the advantage goes to Toronto. But I just think that the Raptors are, the Celtics are so much better offensively from the guards that it's gonna really make it tough on Toronto. Toronto will give it all they can. I initially had this series going 7, but now I think about it, I think it's going to be 6. I mean, Toronto will fight hard. They'll get a couple games. You know, maybe catch Boston sleeping a couple times, but at the end of the day, I just feel like Boston has too much offensively. Like I've said that multiple times, but that's just the truth. Boston just has too much offensively. in this series. So I have the Celtics in 6. Hey, man, let me know what you think about the Eastern Conference semifinals. I'll have a Western Conference semifinals prediction video up once their series gets done. Congrats to the Lakers. They're the first team out of the West to advance to the second round. Every other series is going 6, so we'll see what happens there. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Be sure to like, subscribe, share this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.